And welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of the Lost Podcast of Titan, a father and son journey through the sci-fi series that unite our generations, and we are back on Star Trek. Not
That's right.
entirely. What?
You can cut the excitement with a knife here. It's
I
just
mean,
brimming
like,
over.
I mean, the the episode description. We're going to be on bread and circuses, ladies and gentlemen. We discover a planet whose oppressive government is a 20th century version of Earth Roman Empire, because of course it is. They ran out of money again.
And all the Nazi stuff was picked up by another planet, so they had to go somewhere
Let's see,
else.
we've had Nazis, we've had 1920s
Gangsters
American
from the 19...
gangsters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, I know we had something. Oh, we had... I don't know how really to describe the Omega Glory. Post-apocalyptic communist versus American.
and there's also the planet of all the little kids that was just a perfect replica of Earth.
Yeah, Miri.
Yep. So, not entirely looking forward to this.
I find it interesting that every time they've gone back into reached a situation like that, they always manage to end up in a place that it is a duplicate of America or something close. I would have liked to have seen the Enterprise crew end up in a planet certainly kind of in a situation like the French Revolution or the Byzantine Empire.
Or why not a duplicate of Vulcan? Or why not a duplicate of
Oh, that would have been it. Because we always run into human duplicates. Would have liked to have seen a Vulcan duplicate.
Now we did see that in Star Trek: The Next Generation, but
Yes.
it wasn't like, I mean, it was just a very very typical. Here's a culture on the cusp of what, the Bronze Age, I think, give or take.
Pretty much, yeah. And these were either, proto Vulcans or proto Romulans, something like that.
Yes, yes. I just like that line. What was it? Riker and Troy were to be like a married couple, and the woman walked ahead of the man. And Riker's like, "Oh, so that means this one is taken, like, as in me, I'm this one is taken." And she says, "No, the connotation is more of if you want his services, I'm the one you negotiate with." And I was like, "Oh, damn." But anyway, go ahead, put us on pause for a moment, and come back to us when you're ready and have it pulled up on your favorite physical media or streaming service. Welcome back, and we'll go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, play. Dun, 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 dun. Too much shit in space. Who the
And no
fuck is
one's what?
flying the ship?
Yes, exactly.
See? Chekhov was on the ball. He's like, I know what this motherfucker's gonna ask, and it's already done.
Yeah.
Wait, where's Sulu?
That's a recurring question throughout the second season.
I mean, like, I understand he was, hanging out with John Wayne, but Jesus Christ. Where was Sulu, second season, Star Trek, the original series? And it turns out he has a whole slew of other projects that happen more than just the Green Beret movie.
Maybe. Thank you, Spock.
Shut up. I can breathe it. It's like Earth.
Now, that's useful.
There we go. Oh, shut up. God damn it. What is this Earth? What is this ancient technology called color TV?
What does that have to do with what kind of cars were driving around in the 1940s?
Da-na. Oh, how convenient.
Really?
Yes, get the money shot. Come on, back up, back up.
Yeah.
And I'm also sorry,
Ah,
but I mean, there were more civilizations in Rome that had gladiators and slaves.
yeah. The Aztecs were especially brutal in that aspect. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's obviously beam down.
It's like, did the Aztecs have a, like, like the closest analog would be basketball, but if you
Yes.
lost the game, you died? I was
The
like,
entire
holy shit.
team died, and they. I remember hearing or reading about the game. They could only use their feet to try and knock a ball through a small stone hoop set 2/3 above the ground in an arena. Only their feet. So obviously the games weren't over in just an hour or so.
Could you practice?
If my life was on the line, yeah.
Let's see, who else had gladiators and slaves? Well, everyone had slaves. It's just so convenient.
Yeah.
Uh, did the East have gladiators? Like China,
I
India?
never heard of gladiator type warriors in the East, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, sorry. There we go. I'm back.
We should not be observed. Yeah, they're standing on top of a hill in distinctive costumes.
All right, help me out. Isn't there an episode where I'm sure there is, where it turns out that the people are like in a ship? Like I know the earth is hollow for I touch the sky, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Is there a spot on the screen? There is. Okay. And now it's gone. All right. Fuck you. God damn.
Guys, there's another time and place for this kind of
Yes,
thing.
I'm with McCoy. Stop giving a whole fucking lecture on the subject. Oh, every fucking time Spock comes down, he's such an expert on human culture, but he hates the human half of him. It's an insult.
Now, if this was the first survey ship out in this area,
Yeah.
why did they wait until 6 months to go search for it? Or did they not have a really reliable fix?
Also, don't they normally dress like the people? when they beam down?
Well, if they okay, that is a point. I think they usually wait until. Well, no, in Patterns of Force, they got some local costumes for that.
God, they're all
And,
wearing shorts.
well, I would.
Oh wait, nope, just the one guy.
Okay. Snort. A very far away province.
Spock, I will point out to you, you Vulcan dipshit, they're speaking the same language that you are speaking to the crew of the Enterprise. Colloquial 20th century English.
And why didn't
Colloquial
Spock make
23rd century English, for that matter.
and why didn't Spock make this comment when they were watching that broadcast from the surface?
Because it's actually all still a mind fuck by the Thelosians in the mind cage.
Ah, okay. In fact, what if all these episodes were broadcast from the Telosians and the Enterprise is just actually sailing serenely through space?
Or no, they're still stuck in the planet, on the planet. Or, in orbit. Bullshit.
The old
Captain Pike was like 3 minutes away from retiring and becoming an Orion slave trader. I'm never letting that go.
I guess not. And beam us up.
Wait, he's going to maintain transmission and then he closes the communicator.
Yeah. Or maybe Scott is just at least scanning from orbit.
Nobody's going to Nobody's going to maintain transmission and then he closes the communicator.
The nice, peaceful gentleman is the actor Ian Wolfe, who we'll be seeing again in a different role in the third season.
Wait, that skirt is longer than regulation for the Star Trek series.
Well, she's not a Starfleet officer.
It doesn't matter. Is that an actual law?
No. The women are wearing shorter shorts than the men, some of them anyway.
Well, this is probably the throwaway. Let's give the women something to look at. Eye candy.
Pay attention to the picture.
I'm trying to.
Not that old, not that one,
The one
but
on the back?
no. See the car?
Yeah. It's the Jupiter 8, yeah.
Uh, well, it was known by other um, things and other television episodes it appeared in. That was a costume. I mean, that was a customized car built by someone out in L.A. It first appeared in an episode of Bewitched, and it was also for a short time Catwoman's vehicle in the Batman TV series. They just stuck a big furry tail on the back of it, and
I wonder what insurance was like on the Cat Girl Mobile.
I don't know. Don't you love it when you say the wrong thing without knowing it and everyone hears?
Pretty much. About 4 years ago. Oh. Wait, the women can't come and discuss it?
I guess not.
God damn. Wait, so this implies everyone in Starfleet has passed the psycho simulator test.
One would presume.
And so how do they explain all the psychos that are in Starfleet?
Uh, perhaps the tests aren't as rigorous or as accurate as the creators hoped.
Maybe they shouldn't fucking use it. Wasn't there a serial killer on Voyager?
I believe so. The Mr. Friendly with the short hair was played by Rhodes Reason, one of those actors who appeared in more TV episodes than I care to stand around and talk
Mm-hmm.
about. He in 1977 he retired to Oregon.
And boring dullness. Give me the life of a gladiator. Rawr.
Yeah, you go ahead and I'll wave at you from the stand.
Open fire. Oh, damn it. You know what, Kirk?
What?
You could have just said, hey, Scotty, beam me up. And now we're just going to find Flavius Maximus and beam him up. Just, beam them up randomly one at a time. You'll eventually find the first citizen.
At least they're not wearing armor.
It was last night.
Yeah.
Like,
Unless he was
seriously.
on duty and missed the episode.
Well, I mean, the transmission cut out at the money shot anyway, so.
That's true. Which Spock could no doubt explain at in great detail. I don't suppose they're carrying those communication crystals which would allow them to make a laser and burn through the bar.
Oh, that was no, that was only in the one episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I was making a reference to that
Yeah,
fact.
I know, but like, Jesus Christ.
So they're the only people in the jail so far?
Everyone else is in the arena, clearly.
Okay.
That sounds like socialism. Da-na-na.
Oh, and you're not in it already?
Oh, fuck. It makes no mention of the women, so clearly they are unimportant.
Right.
Do we have a matriarchal society in the original series? Or is that too
Uh,
advanced and too hippy
we
dippy far out
have
there?
we have a version of one in the animated series.
Ah, okay. I mean, clearly Kirk could have been like, I must show you the way of Earth. We are more equal, and yet I'll be in charge in this moment.
We'll be spreading the love.
Wait, he was also wanting to kill, like, all of them until the guy in charge told him, behave.
Yeah.
Come on, neck pinch. Dinner. That is, like, Kirk's favorite move.
Yeah.
Gut punch, karate chop.
And then you can judge me. Marcus is played by William Smithers, another one of those actors who popped up a lot in 50s and 60s television.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Okay, I thought like there was a slave girl in the background.
Uh, yes, we'd almost miss her. Concentrating on the drama here.
Well, you don't know who she is or what other TV shows she's been in? She was also in the background of a Lost in Space episode. She swam off screen once in 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
All right. Lois Jewell is playing Drusilla.
Holy shit, you actually do have. Who the fuck is Drusilla?
That's that's the character's name.
Oh, okay, all right.
Unlike everyone else here, not a big career. She appeared in the pilot episode of The Flying Nun and this episode, and that's it. She didn't like either role she was getting, so she retired from acting. She went back to being a model. Big surprise.
I put them in the arena.
Yeah. What happened to the crew?
This is like the captain of the ship in the black hole.
Yeah. All right, guys. Please, no.
I wonder, what if we had an I Claudius, but it was set in the Roman Empire?
Well, I think. Well, my first instinct was to say, well, we would have had less trouble. But then again, the Enterprise crew has been in.
No, I mean like as a TV show, like
Oh
a
well,
9 episode miniseries.
we had the miniseries Rome on HBO.
I'm talking about no Romulans. Oh, sorry. Yeah, like a Romulan version of I Claudius.
And I, for one, would fully support such an idea.
I'm trying to speak it into existence.
Oh. I think eventually they would stop sending down rescue parties after not hearing from them.
And start firing phasers. Beep, beep, beep.
Maybe. the hokey pokey and turned
You turn
themselves
yourself
about.
about. Well, the society has already been interfered.
Yeah, that's a nice legal point. Kirk could get off scot free, haha, if he, took that route.
Listen, I am more than happy to lay waste to the surface of the world, as shitty as this one.
Yeah, a cynical bastard episode version of this would have been much different and shorter.
Oh, all right, Uhura. Let's tune in the TV here. Because they're going to be in the games, and the games are going to be broadcast on TV, so they'll know where they are, and they can just beam them up.
But maybe such a move like that could be, or maybe Scott feels that such a move like that would be violating the native culture to have three people suddenly dematerialize in their midst. Of course, Scotty is not aware that the civilization has already been contaminated. This episode was also meant as a gentle stab at the television industry at the time.
Stabbing what?
At the way a lot of people weren't exactly aware of how television episodes were made. This is kind of like a look into the background. Oh, now we have armored. Uh,
Wait, they get armor, but but our crew gets T-shirts.
uh, if we're following original Roman customs, the guy you could just be sent out in brief leather outfits. Those people were known as Risarte
What I'm
or
talking about
Risartis.
is that they have armor, they have T-shirts, or I
Yeah.
mean, like,
Oh, you want fairness?
well, I mean, it makes for a more interesting game. Holy shit, Spock's kicking ass.
Uh, in his adaptation of this episode, James Blish points out that Vulcan had a martial history,
Everyone
and
has
some
a
of the,
martial history.
Well, the Vulcans were supposed to have uh, denied their martial pacifist.
And McCoy's a surgeon.
Oh boy.
Nah, fuck him. I never really liked Spock anyway.
Yeah, you were a pussy.
Exactly. I'm not seeing the whole, uh, like at least what's his dude? The Nazi Hitler guy was insane. I didn't agree with him, but he was insane. So clearly, that's why we had the Nazi culture. Oh, that's right, we had a Nazi culture. God damn. I keep forgetting we did that in Star Trek. Like someone fully on went like, Hitler had a great idea. It was only the execution that came out wrong.
That's right. Let me tell you about karaoke sometime.
But they outboard my ship. They know they're gonna die.
Really?
Also, have we run out of costume? Because I mean, like, he's wearing a Roman costume. Proconsul's wearing a costume. Dudes in the back just wearing knockoff sets from Soylent Green. You know, they actually had better helmets than Soylent Green. Or they stole those helmets from the set of Soylent Green. The producer got pissed and had to go with the football helmets. There we go. I've now figured it out.
Soylent Green was made a few years later.
Exactly. They wanted to know what happened to their fucking helmets. Huh. Wait a minute. That's not Spock. Oh, wait. That's not. That wasn't Leonard Nimoy either. DeForest Kelly. Da-da! Death. Have them fight each other. Have them fight each other. Prepare for the torture beams.
That's right.
And the boar worms. No, not the boar worms. Yes, the boar worms. Yes, yeah.
I'd like to see, them on Mongo.
See, why didn't we get an episode where they copy the culture of Flash Gordon? Why didn't someone leave the books of Flash Gordon behind? While they were traveling to distant lands.
There were more illustrations. They would have had an easier time. Uh,
And a
I
better
recently,
soundtrack.
well, Queen wasn't performing then, unfortunately. Okay, I think you're holding that bass line a bit too long. Spock, wah, boredom in the universe. Da, da, da. Oh, okay. Yeah, some phasers. Call my ship. Kirk, wah, incipient slave trader of the universe. Da,
No,
da.
that was Pike. That was Pike.
Well,
Why not? I mean, like afterwards.
yeah. Oh, a couple of weeks ago, I happened to be watching a episode of the 1950s TV series Boston Blackie, and one of the actors was DeForest Kelley in one of his first appearances.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, almost not recognizable. He was, younger, of course, younger and a bit more smoother then. By the way, thank you. I've now got the theme from Flash Gordon running through my head.
Well, it's not that complicated. You can play it on a
No.
piano. Dun, 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 dun. But that question in the arena was the stupidest fucking question I've ever heard in my
Yeah,
life.
yeah, actually.
What is this? I believe he always like perhaps maybe this is the right response, but he knows everything else about fucking Earth culture.
Yeah.
That's not logical.
Well, there was that time Nurse Chapel slapped me around, but those special circumstances.
Well, he also fell in love in the episode with the spores, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, this side of paradise.
That's right.
But he could blame that on the spores.
Oh, of course, yes, air quotes, the spores.
Really, of course, no one I know or have ever read about has actually experienced Roman wine, but I've been told it was actually garbage.
Well, it had to be really mass produced.
Yeah.
Also, there was the fact that it was hard to get potable water back then.
Yes. I've heard a theory that one of the reasons Rome collapsed, not just the water but the wine, the Romans used lead pipes, made of lead, and
Lead pipes
particles
made
of
of lead, you say?
yeah, and
Shock.
particles of particles of lead would end up in the water, and especially in the wine, and entire Roman civilization fell victim to lead poisoning. Discreet fade out,
And
and
he's
he's
still
still,
dressed.
yeah. Well, 60s television and all that.
What happened to the furniture? That's a Soylent Green joke, folks. I'm
Yeah.
calling back to our Soylent Green commentary. Ooh,
Ooh,
god damn.
burn! Really? And at least he allowed hours.
Well, I mean, Kirk needs several hours, of course.
And that's certainly going to bring the rest of the Enterprise crew down to the planet.
Also, I like at this point in time, with everything that's been going on, it would be standard procedure where, hey, Scotty, if I'm not checking in every 15 minutes, just start beaming down dozens and dozens of people with phasers and start
Really.
blasting. Dun dun dun. Oh, okay. All right. Wait, where
Now
did he
we'll
get hold? Where did he get the armor and the? Oh, damn.
Oh, ow. Well, now we'll never know if what if Kirk would have just stood there, or would have he tried something?
Wait, that was the power disruption of the planet. Three
Yeah.
seconds. Fuck out
Well,
of here. Get the fuck out of here.
they didn't want to disrupt, uh, overly interfere in the planet. Good grief, isn't he jolly?
Okay, I, dumbass. They're in each other's line of fire. You aren't in your own line of fire.
Use the
Open
machine gun.
fire. Jesus.
Take the communicator with you.
Oh wait, isn't that an issue? Aren't we going to come back to this later?
Not to
Did
my knowledge.
are we sure there wasn't something like in the Next
You're
Generation
thinking,
episode. Yeah, what am I thinking
oh,
of? Go.
I was going to say you're thinking of the mobs, crime mobs in Chicago Planet, where McCoy accidentally left his communicator behind.
So that's two communicators. So we're gonna have one come back, but not the other.
Right.
Well, that's bullshit. What if they joined? Oh shit! Chicago Mafia teams up with the Roman Empire.
Huh.
Oh Jesus!
Hold that thought.
Oh no! Oh God! Oh no! Really? Really? I get the oh fuck. Like okay. No.
Well, it's clumsily handled, but I think this brings up an interesting situation which should have been explored in greater detail. Uh, which
Lord.
does it implies that there is a God, a real omniscient, omnipotent being who mediates with people through the sending of a mortal son down, among them.
Uh huh. No.
And but apparently this phenomenon moves across the universe from planet to planet.
No. See. Okay. This is.
No, go ahead.
But if salvation only comes, and we're not, this is our Star Trek episode, ladies and gentlemen. If salvation only comes through the recognition of Jesus Christ, and that through Him all sins are saved, da 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 da, then everyone prior is condemned to hell. So
Ah,
it's one at a time, one at a fucking time. No, no, no. This is bullshit. This is almost a Jack the Ripper pull out of the ass. Like, we're going to have a planet. Like, okay, why isn't Spock pulling his hair out? These are multiple planets now where multiple exact fucking development. And I'm not talking about they found steel, they made a sword. No, they have the fucking names of the fucking gods down to let's also have an Nazarene get up all in our shit and completely collapse our empire.
well,
Also we're drinking lead. Like, no. Oh, Jesus.
okay,
Well,
no, okay,
yes.
no. Let me bring
Uh-huh.
this out. They did not
Uh-huh.
say that Caesar was the
Uh-huh.
name of the ruler, and they did not mention the exact
Uh-huh.
name Christ.
But we have Jupiter, we have Mars, we have Neptune.
Okay, I will grant that.
Like that alone. Like why isn't Spock just rocking himself back and forth in a corner? Because the laws of probability do not make any sense in this regard. And
I was going to
it's
say,
always fucking Earth. Where are the Romulan prehistoric parallels? Where are the Klingons? Where are the Ferengis? You know, uh,
uh,
that's just sort of a.
okay, that is a good point that you caught.
Mm-hmm.
But I think overall, it opens up more questions. It opens up, this point makes the episode much more interesting.
Does it?
First off, I have to go back and do my own biblical. Sorry. Is it only that no people achieved heaven until Christ arrived? They didn't have that chance. Noah.
No. Like Christ was
Abraham,
quite clear.
Abraham,
Only through me are you saved.
He was a direct conduit to God, but I think that God would allow people to achieve paradise. And there were examples even before Christ was born. As I said,
That's not really what Christ said.
Okay, welcome to Lost Podcast of Titan, the ecclesiastical.
Also, if I understand the Jewish view on it, is that you're in the embrace of Abraham until their Messiah comes along.
Yes.
Like, this is what has always bugged me about the idea is that, everything prior. It's like, what about people in the Far East who never had contact with Judaism, for that matter?
I know that has been a major point of contention throughout the Christian faith, Protestant as well as how it's interpreted by the Jewish people, Jewish faith. How do we, account? That's why a lot of people in the age of exploration on Earth didn't have any qualms about subjugating or even eliminating people like the Native Americans, the Mesoamerican cultures before the Spanish arrived, or the way the British treated the native Tasmanians and such like that. And now I'm going to get.
Well, I heard they were all devils, so
Yeah, see, they were not even considered human.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why you usually sent missionaries to pound the true religion into the heads of these barbarians and subhumans.
Exactly. So,
but this is what this is what happens, I think, when belief is mainly dictated by mortal ethnocentric minds.
So you're suggesting that if there was a different showrunner of the Star Trek, that it wouldn't be Christ, it would be Muhammad?
That is possible, but my contention here is that people were not denied salvation simply because they had the bad luck to be born before the arrival of Christ. Remember that we're also dealing with a Bible that was, if you're presuming we're discussing the King James Version or something similar, we're dealing with religious truth as interpreted by mortals who were, for the most part, in my opinion at least, driven by a desire to maintain the status quo of secular power.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Moses brought down the original laws of God back on Mount Horeb, but...
Yes, the original 15 commandments, yes, I know.
But since then, everything has been run through various filters, religious councils, the church as it stood after the death of Christ, the death and rebirth. It has been, rewritten, modified, tweaked, until what we have now is called Christianity, but I don't necessarily think it is, Christ is a definite part, but I don't think that I think that even Christ has been misinterpreted quite a number of times
Well, okay.
since his martyrdom.
Well, yes. But my issue is we've just pulled Christ out of the ass of a poorly written Star Trek episode. And once again, we have parallels that were just like the background.
Okay, yeah, like
the
I said,
background
this is
idea is more interesting and horrifying than the what's supposed to be the inspirational ending where of look, they're going to have Christ. Okay, how's that going to help the slaves right there and then? It doesn't.
well, the slaves weren't automatic. All the slaves weren't automatically freed. When Christ was alive on Earth.
Very good. Now, was Christ powerful enough to free all the slaves?
Oh, now we're dancing on the head of a pin.
I will.
God,
Okay,
no,
go
God
ahead.
was powerful enough to free all the slaves.
And did he?
Shazam. um,
This is why I have issues.
I have issues too. Believe you me, I do have issues, and I'm a good Lutheran. In fact, both of us.
I'm a good Lutheran as well.
I know.
But I have questions.
We're former altar boys, both of us.
I was a lector.
Was your first name Hannibal?
No, I was a lector. I would rock out the lessons.
Okay. No, I have issues. I think we all have issues. That has been the cause of much bloodshed even before the appearance of Christ. And unless we get something slam and a big thunderous voice appears on all, not through television or radio, but in the heads of everyone, and announcing, okay, I am the big kahuna, no more slavery.
Okay.
It's the situation that is going to remain. That is why a lot of people are atheists. And I'm not saying... And they have points. I mean, religions have been squeezed dry of all universal inspiration and has simply been rewritten or polluted to allow those who are in power to give them a means to maintain power.
Okay, well, yeah, I understand that, but my original issue here is it's now in a Star Trek episode, and they're leaving orbit.
I imagine the situation was reported, back to the Federation.
What are they going to report? By the way, Christ has returned and is on this Roman planet. Feel free to send over the Reliant. I don't know.
But don't beam anyone down.
Don't beam anyone down. Don't help anybody. Lord.
Well, yeah, like I said, this was clumsily.
Very clumsily done.
I kind of wonder why they brought in that bit in the first place.
The person thought they were being clever. They were working on a sci-fi series. They're like, sun is sun. So when they beam down, I'm going to have them talk about the sun and brotherhood of all love, etc., etc. And they're going to think, these primitives, they must mean the actual sun, and not realize I'm talking about Christ, and I'm going to put it as a stinger in the episode. Oh, it's going to be great. Did this thing win any fucking awards? I'm going to be pissed.
I doubt it.
And Circuses, Star Trek, the original series awards? Let's see. What do we got? IMDb. Here we go. Story time. Did you know? User reviews. Jesus. See all. Here we go. Okay. 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10. What are these people fucking smoking?
Well, I heard that we.
Here we go. 3 out of 10. There we go. 1 out of 10. Atrocious ending. Oh, Lord. There are too many people here. Crap Trek. Here we go. 1 out of 10. Okay, this isn't as bad as the alternative factor. And the ass pull is not as egregious as Jack the Ripper, but it is
Oh,
more.
your ass isn't aching as bad as it did
No,
with.
but it is more clumsily done.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you ever read a Ray Bradbury story entitled The Man?
oh, wait a minute. Hold on. This was written by Gene Roddenberry?
Yeah.
Oh, God, he's a hack.
The
Okay.
same guy who brought us the Omega Glory with the American flag and the Constitution showing up at the end.
Which should be. Oh, God. He's a hack. This is all a fluke. Oh, my God. Yeah, what were you saying?
Did you ever read a Ray Bradbury story entitled The Man?
No.
It's appeared in several of his anthologies, but in brief, this crew of Earth people land on Mars, and in the course of their explorations, they meet the Martians, and in a series of conversations, they realize that Christ has visited there, and they just missed seeing him. And
Really?
this one guy gets really, oh my God, Christ was here. Which way did he go? And eventually he takes the spaceship.
Did he go?
He takes a spaceship and goes off in search of him, maybe heading out to further worlds and stuff. And the other people on the humans remaining on the planet ask questions of the natives, and the question, yes, and he is still here. Come, let us show you.
And he's hammered onto a tree or something?
No, I think they mean that his teachings and his philosophy have remained.
It would have been better if he was still hammered onto the tree. That would have been a better ending of the story.
Okay, well, it was written back in 1949. Maybe you can write your version now and get it published.
Oh. But anyway.
Anyway, church is out now. We'll pass the plate and.
Well, welcome to our Star Trek episode. So next week, Joy of Joy. It's Assignment Earth, another shit episode of Star Trek.
Oh, I gotta get my ears checked or these headphones checked. Every time you mention Assignment Earth, instead of hearing how it's a great and wonderful episode, it sounds like you're going boo or something similar.
I'll watch. I might just be predisposed with some of the other crap episodes where they're on Earth. So we'll see how it is. But
I guess it doesn't help. I guess it doesn't help that the story was co-written by
Gene Roddenberry. Of course, no, it's a fluke.
Well, this is a pilot episode because at the time he was starting to get concerned that Star Trek might be canceled.
I wonder why. But I hope y'all enjoyed, ladies and gentlemen, and join us next time for Assignment Earth.
Yes, that's your assignment. See you later on and behave.